Crazy family! Alright, so who knows about the Escape X room? If you don't, stay tuned to find out. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe.
Enter only if you dare. Escape rooms. They're popping up all across the country and here in Southern California.
An escape room is sort of like a video game, but it's you and it's real life. So we, of course, sent our Alex Michelson to see if he could make it out alive.
Nervous?
My mission, and yes, I choose to accept it, save the world from nuclear destruction at the height of the Cold War.
You're gonna take care of me.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
To complete our mission, we must escape from this Cold War bunker in less than an hour.
39567.
Room Escape is a live game. You have to overcome a mountain of puzzles and riddles in order to complete your mission.
We figure out codes, unlock boxes, and explore every nook and cranny of the room, searching out clues.
So if you're totally stuck in Clueless like we are right now, you have the option of pushing the hint button. This light goes on, and we're going to be getting some information right here.
Now this mission isn't the only escape game in town. Back in our Cold War bunker,
Wait.
We're getting there.
Oh.
Coordinates.
the clues finally come together.
Both keys to the right.
Okay, you ready? Ready? Here we go.
Save the world.
Clock stopped. Did we do it?
Yeah,
All in a day's work. In Hollywood, Alex Michelson, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Escape room. No? Does anyone know about it? How do you play this? So what? It's puzzles and
Figuring out
trivia and clues and mysteries.
so the one we're gonna do is Mafia.
The
Heist.
A heist.
Heist.
Heist, Sage.
When I said I look like a silent F. I look like a silent F to me.
It takes place in the 1950s.
Hey, what alphabet are you using?
The 1951.
The Mafia was kind of.
So what is it? So you got clues?
We can't record inside.
Yeah, they ain't gonna let us record inside.
So we have to record
So we're
before the
doing the
inside.
intro now.
So we taking advantage right now while we go in there.
Hey, that's crazy. There's 5 in the fam. Whoa. Look at this 5 of us, huh? Did you notice that before? That's a clue.
So this is the waiting room. The clue for what?
I don't know. It's trivia.
So this is the waiting room. Then on the side right here,
Oh yeah, show the video.
it's a little video of.
The picture. Maybe you should bring the
Oh, look at all the clocks. Hey, where's all the clocks, dude? They're all not 12. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They pointed out the clocks.
There's 6 clocks. They're all wrong.
They're all like
That's
12.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no, they're all. So they're all at different times.
That's something. 13 keys.
What did that say?
If you are reading this, it's too late. Ooh.
Hard.
So this is the little creepy thing.
Oh, look here. We're done.
We're here at Escape X, guys.
What's your idea of Escape X?
We are going
How do
to
you
be
play this?
mobsters, and we need to get the poker chips. That light is bright. The poker chips and all the money in all the rooms in order to win the game. We have 60 minutes. I feel like we're already mobsters.
So the record is 25. You think we can do that?
It's gonna
Yeah.
be, we're aiming for 20.
No,
30. 30 minutes left. There's 25 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So we're aiming for 30 minutes remaining.
Man, I am hungry. I'm starving.
Hey, for real. You guys want to go get something to eat?
A new YouTube video where I catfish my brother William.
All right, we got like a homeless in here. Hey, ma'am, did you get lost? Yeah. I think she lost her home. Are you cold? Are you cold? Are you cold, Daniel? Are you cold? Yeah, are you cold?
Right there. Facing down right at him too.
Some old ass raggedy bent. So I wonder why there's so many keys. And if
Molly Whopper. We call her Molly Whopper and Molly.
Marlene, they got a message for you.
Molly Whopper,
You missed out.
you're missing out.
Missing out.
You know what? We could have done the Zoe together. Hater.
You're off of the crew now, Marlene. Alright, time to grub. Oh, we got this. Time to grub because
Picnic time in the escape room.
Munch it out before you go in. This is how you guys gotta do it.
Those full of grouches, they won't let you do anything in there.
Oh, they keep going?
Put that up.
Huh?
Hey!
What?
They only
Don't
put
take
one of my freaking burgers, man. They didn't put my McDouble in
Oh, you must have
Wow.
the price for that.
No, they better not have. I want
Well,
to
they
get
gave me fries.
McDouble, mother effers.
Well, you only give me fries.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
I ordered fries anyway. I'm gonna go over there and refill after this.
What the heck? Well, you're gonna go an hour later?
Like,
I went to the dinner.
Alright, maybe?
But like, I would have came an hour earlier, but I
man,
can't. I want to
well,
skip
can we see the food at least?
You want me to go put it out or what?
I ate that stuff. I ate it as soon as I got a hold of it.
A lot of communication, so hopefully you guys are good at that.
Very.
Sort of. It'll feel very different in doing it in person.
Oh yeah, I played Can You Escape, but
But yes, so especially because this is a non-linear room, so that means there's a lot of stuff to do all at the same time, no particular order. So split up, work on separate stuff. That should be easy because there's quite a bit of you. So you guys shouldn't all just be working together on one thing at a time. So divide and conquer. Some of the safety things, you won't need to move anything around the room, so all of the furniture that's there can stay where it is. There is a bench against a wall. You do not need to pull that bench away. There is wiring and stuff like that. The only thing that will get the wiring will get pulled out is your hint system, so it will only do negatively for you guys, so don't pull that bench away. Also, do remember that you are in an escape room, so that does mean that you're not in a real life situation. So if anything has a lock on it, it means you have to solve that thing. It doesn't mean try to break your way around it some way.
Oh damn!
What the hell? Just kidding.
Oh damn!
So just be smart about that. Know where you're at. Don't try to brute. Do
You're
they
scared?
like really get
You're
scared
scared?
from that? You're crying.
You're scared?
What did they do? Okay.
Wait, that wasn't part of the show?
So just be aware of that.
They're gonna laugh at us.
It's because that's the scary one, and so he just clicked the button that like purposely scares people in that one.
Is it the attic one?
Yeah, that's the attic one.
That's scary. I got scared. I
I know, me too.
No, we're gonna do the next room.
Oh, that's good. So be aware also that everything in the room only has one use. So keys, locks, any kind of object that you use, you'll use it once and then you won't need it again. So communicate, make sure everyone's aware of what's been used and what hasn't. Something that might help with that is the key that you use inside of a lock. Just keep it in that lock. That way everyone's aware it's been used. That way you're not carrying around a key that was used 20 minutes ago, so trying it out on every single lock that you see. That does happen and it's just wasting your time.
Are there clues?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll go over that in just a second. Also, excessive force. You do not need any kind of excessive force in this game, so not even force at all. Everything will work very easily on its own, so you don't need to try to push, pry, pull into anything. The most effort physically you'll need in this game is about as much as it takes to open these doors right here. Anything more than that is not supposed to happen. Some of the locks you'll see in the room, this one right here, silver with a red tab. This is in your room only once. It's by the main entrance door. If you see this guy, just ignore it. It is not part of your game. You will not find a key for it. It will do nothing for you. 4-digit combo lock, you just roll in your numbers right here. Once you do that, to open it, you have to push down first and then pull up. So just remember, push and then pull, otherwise nothing's gonna happen. Directional lock. Now these can be a little intimidating just because most people haven't seen them before, but if you see anything right, left, up, and down, it'll probably go to one of these. You just move the middle button in that direction, release it, it'll go back to the middle, and then go to the next direction. These locks in general can hold up to 100 different directions in one combination.
Wow.
Yours will not be anywhere near 100. But because it does, if you mess up, need to try again, double tap on top resets the lock. Otherwise, it will just keep going.
Oh my god.
So if you don't so if you don't reset it, you will not be opening this lock if you mess up. So just remember that, double tap resets it. All the other locks in the room are just normal key to locks, matching the right key to the right lock. Anything that you feel like you don't know how to do will have directions on how to do it. So just read the directions carefully, you'll be able to open up every lock in the room. Any questions on all that part? Alright, so some things I usually go over down there, but there's a lot of you guys, so it'll be easier to do it here, is there's 2 objectives to this game. One, priority, which is escaping the room. The second one, which is optional, which is finding all of the poker chips and bags of coins within the room. Now, you do not need all of it in order to get out, so if you if you find that final exit door, you can leave at any time after that point. But if you want to turn back, you have time remaining, you can turn back to try to get everything before leaving the room. But once that final door is opened, you can no longer turn back. And also, if that final door isn't opened once your time has ended, you have not escaped the room. So communicate, make sure everyone's aware of what's happening if you guys want to leave or if you want to turn back. Other than that, though, it's up to you guys. I don't have any say on when you guys leave the room. So,
oh, really?
Well, you have an hour.
Now, what if you need to come out? Let's just say one of the kids wants to go out or
the
like,
bathroom
or whatever.
or something.
Not,
Yeah,
that's a question.
Yeah, you can use the restroom now. There's no restroom breaks. It's for emergency reasons only.
That's what I'm saying.
So people don't abuse it.
Yeah.
If you're having like any kind of, it's not that small of a space, so if anyone's claustrophobic, it shouldn't be that bad. But for any reason, if you do, the door you enter into is unlocked, so you can leave at any time. We just have a thing that if you do leave, your game ends unless it's for an emergency.
Gotcha.
So,
y'all better stay until we get out.
But you never know. Someone might be afraid or someone gets hurt.
Exactly. So that is an option. Just use it for the right reasons is basically what it's for. But also the hint system in the room. It's an old style telephone in the corner, so as in earpiece, mouthpiece.
Oh, yes.
Make sure you're talking into the right one, otherwise we can't hear you and you can't hear us. So also be aware that whoever answers that phone, hopefully they're good at the game of telephone, because it's me telling them the hint and they have to tell whoever's working on that thing.
How many hints do we get?
It's whenever we call. So
you guys have to call us?
So it's a one-way line. You can't call out, we can only call in. It'll ring every 10 to 15 minutes to give you a time update and then to ask if you want a hint. You can say yes, you can say no, it's up to you. But just be aware that if you do say no, you might not get another call for another 10 to 15 minutes.
We got a lot of people, we got this.
The door you're looking to escape out of, you'll know once you get to that point, because it's going to say congratulations in super big letters, and then there's going to be a note.
Oh my god! It sounds like people are running after them. Is there like live people in it?
There's no live actors in there. There's only live actors during Halloween time on weekends at night. Because we like the game to be playable for everyone, so we don't like to terrorize people in there.
Watching something of people chasing you. That's scary.
So the door to get out, they'll say congratulations, and that point is when it will tell you how many poker chips and bags of coins are within the room. So that's the point when you decide if you want to turn back or not. Just make sure to read that note before any decisions are made. Any questions on all that? All right. Everyone can follow me. You can bring everything with you.
So
we were
here
right,
was.
we were legit right there.
Yeah.
Should have opened it.
It's just you have to have 3 to 6 people. I do recommend.
Here we are. We made it. We finally made it. We made it in like 4 days.
What the heck? You wrong, Larissa?
He was trying to write it down.
On the third day, they never saw me.
On the third day.
We didn't make
Come
it.
to Escape X. They got the hookups.
Yeah, they do.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Let me tell you.
But not if you're done, because you get stuck.
No, I'm trying to put all the codes together.
Escape X Rooms, Irvine, California.
She
You
was
guys know where
being
to
a
go.
fuck.
X rooms.
So were you. I wasn't doing nothing.
Escape X rooms.
You have fun?
That sucks. I only did stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think I had to have the
You guys all suck.
Yeah, but I like how she didn't bring up all the clues that I found.
Should told her that part.
Whatever happened with the purple lock?
Oh, she opened it.
I know, but what was besides what you decided to do?
From A
Yeah.
to P?
It was just.
Ace was a spade, so the spades was down. So you put.
It
down.
was just
like
to get you to the hole to get the number.
I know, but when
So it went in
the
order.
code, how many times? 13 times?
It was like the ace was a club, and the club said point down. So the ace went down. 2 was the hearts, which was up. So you would
So
have
it's
went
up
up
2 times?
You don't know
No, just
anything.
once.
Do you know how many times I did that stupid thing without the cards?
Oh,
No, you were doing it with me. We were both doing it. This direction, that direction, cross, back and forth.
We had fun though.
It was
can
fun.
say, you
It
know
was
what? It
really
was
fun.
good to be not on electronics and to
No, I
actually be working
didn't.
together.
No, I didn't have fun.
Everyone was yelling at me, and then they blamed me for everything.
And then they were laughing at him because
And
he
then
was
they laughed
playing
at
with the
me.
beer things, just playing with them for like 2
We
minutes.
heard, okay? We were there.
She was the one laughing.
The whole staff was laughing on camera.
Eric.
No,
It's
they
like,
were laughing at all of
híjoles, la
us.
cagó.
Babe, you're the one who got her cracking up though.
They're probably laughing at you when you got scared.
We were laughing in the front. I told you.
Oh man, that's horrible. They're probably like, this group needs to come back.
Mariah got the safe open.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's the one that got the safe open.
Oh yeah, Mariah got the one right
The
there.
one, the
in
black one.
The one that nobody could get that kept
On the
locking.
poker desk.
Oh wow.
I got one of the small boxes.
On the poker
Edit that
desk.
out.
On the poker desk.
Yeah,
On
the poker
like
table.
the table.
We figured it out. We figured out.
You remember the X on the floor? I think X is to let you know about the things on the wall.
No, it was for the mirror. It was for the mirror to get
That's
the
right.
code.
Okay.
It was for what? What was that for?
The
Yes,
X
so you
thing
could-
on, it shows you the mirror and it shows the
You,
code
the
in
numbers
the
in the mirror.
The
You
right
know the
way.
ones that are upside
Backwards?
opposite? Yeah, those. You stand right there and you see the numbers correctly.
Dude, this is really lucrative. Like if you open a business
That
like
one,
that,
I was thinking of that one too. Brainiac?
like that gangster.
You were scared.
Like,
I was
you know,
pretty
like,
smart.
New York, like mafia.
You use your little tiny brain.
Stuff I could barely understand her with all the noise. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it out loud.
You use a little puny brain of yours to
When she
decode
opened the door, I got scared.
decode the whole
And they
thing.
closed the back door and I was like that.
Because she had that like.
So Mariah, how do you play this game?
That kind of.
Can't tell you.
So
Said that from the beginning.
now that we know,
But I think it happens a lot.
it's a pretty cool game. You need all the codes and keys and clues that you can get to get from one point to the next point to the next point, and then start opening locks, doors, lights. So it's a good brain, game. You need critical thinking. You need to
But then what happened?
You put an open mind.
So many locks on the floor that was like, oh my
See how
god,
fun?
which is what?
Yeah. So,
That's when I was just like, I waited for all you
what is Escape Room? Escape X. So Escape X, come through. What did he charge us? Like $34 for 2 people? No, I'm sorry. It was $64 for 2 people. So, pretty cool. Alright fam, so we made it out. That concludes the end of our video. Good shout out to Viri Rodriguez for the shout out of this week. And so stay tuned and so stay tuned and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. This video is gonna be sponsored by Invoice ASAP. So stay tuned. They do good invoicing. If you're a small business, they're good to keep invoices and to track if people owe you money. So in the meantime, see you next time, next video. On the deleted scene. This is the behind the scene. Right? So this is the behind the scene for the annual. You've seen this video. Alright.
Say hi to the camera. Hi, camera.
Hi to the camera.
Hi to the camera.
Oh, God. Come on, yeah.
Everybody say hi to the camera. Hi to the camera. No, hi to the camera.
Right, computer here too.
Right?
Already. Oh man, I can't see.
I can't read it. That's what I can't see.
So you're locked in a room with the clock counting down. Use wits, speed, and teamwork to find clues and solve puzzles before time runs out. So it's great for team building, immersive themes, and private rooms. A physical and mental adventure game. That's what it is. Physical and mental adventure game. You have the kids.
So what's the prize if you win?
The prizes you win, a part of accomplishment, and a job well done. Oh, and here's different themes. Check that out.
Ah, so they got the Addict,
Oh, we don't hear
Mafia.
Is that me?
So you guys do different trivias every month or different?
Those are for how fast people got out.
Oh.
So the 40 and the 37 are for this month, and then all time are the lower ones.
Oh, so we gotta beat 25. Damn, we gotta beat 25 minutes.
They probably watched the video.
We gonna do that?
They watched the video.
Which one? Pull it up. They gonna beat it?
Yeah.
Oh, you need a little light, huh?
If
Need
we
some
don't
lighting?
beat it, we're gonna get caught by the cops.
Huh?
If we don't beat it, we're gonna get caught by the cops.
We gonna beat down like Ronnie King? So, guess they're all out 12, except for that one and the compass. Oh, and then there's a bunch of keys. And we got the people over here just chilling and waiting and doing nothing. Right there.
Oh, they said no.
Huh? Say, hell no.